Oh, thank you, Katie. Thanks for joining. I've been planning this in my head for weeks. I get the idea of what to do and then I sit on it for a while and I let messages come to me about what to cover in the topics. And I write them down on my notebook or my notes on my phone, or I dictate them or I write them down. And then I pull it all together over a period of time. And I've also, for this one, I've read a book on judgment by Gabby Bernstein. I'm not sure if anybody's... Hi, I've just had one or two new joiners. Hello. If you can hear me, just message. You can use the chat box to communicate with me. And if you just want to send me a message, it's all panelists. And if you want to send a message to everybody, it's all panelists and attendees. We've got about 5 lovely ladies on already, and we're just going to give it another minute or two. I know people are in the midst of getting their kids to bed. Oh, don't worry. We are all pushed to the max trying to get here for this time, so don't worry. It's a difficult time at 8 because of bedtime, but I don't want to run it too late because we'll all be too tired. So it's kind of a mix of that. Cool. So can you just let me know if you've done tapping before, just so that I'm aware of who has been tapping in the chat box, please? I know some people are just going to join when they can, and they're just going to join in as to where we've gone. So Katie, no. Lisa, no. Okay. Cool. So a few beginners. That is absolutely fine. During the presentation, I have a slide, or during the tapping, I have a slide. Oh, fantastic. That's great, Sandesh. I have a slide of the tapping points so that you can refer to them, but I'll also be demonstrating the tapping as we go through things. Please note that if you miss a tapping point or forget something, just keep going, keep following me. What I'll do is I will read a script that out loud, and I'll tap along, and I will give you time to communicate. Oh, let me see, I don't think this camera's working, the right camera. Hang on 1 second. That's a better camera. There we go. I will give you time to repeat the phrasing in your head or out loud. You can do whatever works for you. And if I'm going too fast, please write me a note in the box and I'll slow down. I've got quite a bit to cover, so I don't want to keep you all night. So we're kind of just going to dive into it, if that's okay. So what I'm going to do is share a little PowerPoint that I pulled together just to start us off with some thoughts. And I won't spend long on this because I would rather spend the time tapping. So hopefully you can see that, and you should be able to see me in a little box as well. Before I start, just want to recap about this evening. So I want you to be as comfortable as possible. Definitely have some water with you. As you tap, you release, and as you release, you need water in your body to flush out the toxins. So it's very important to drink water during and after any tapping or energy work. Turn off your phone if you can. I'm just going to check that there was no last minute panic emails from anybody that was struggling to get in. So just hang on a second. No, it doesn't look like there was, which is great. Okay. Yeah, so tell anybody in your house not to disturb you. Obviously make sure it's a safe place, and anything that is shared either to me or together, we would all take a little vow of confidentiality over that, because it is I'm creating a safe space for us to heal without judgment. Oh gosh, did you hear that? my son is up. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go and deal with this. Is it okay if I come back to you in a few minutes? I'm so sorry. Take some time to drink water and thank you. I will be back. I'll be back as quickly as I can. Hello. Is everybody still there? Anybody new joined? I think Mother of the Year award goes to my bribery with a Kinder egg for tomorrow morning if he does not get out of bed again. Everybody still there? Fab. If anybody new has joined, just use the chat box or raising hand to let me know you're here. Thank you. Okay. Everything's confidential and everything is shared without judgment. We are all responsible for our own emotions. Thank you, Lisa. This is the joys of working motherhood, huh? And I do have a disclaimer just to go through with you. So tonight we are tapping on a variety of topics, hoping to peel off the layers of self-judgment and improve how you feel about yourself. Many of these scripts can be used again when you're feeling low, and after tonight you should feel a little more comfortable using tapping independently. You take full responsibility for your emotions and feelings, and if you do start to feel upset or sad for any reason, take a note of anything that has triggered you or any memories that come up that you think you want to park and deal with later. It's called a car park in the corporate world. Write it on your car park and keep tapping. Keep taking deep breaths, maybe drink some water. And if you're really, really struggling, it's all too consuming and too much, then just drop off the call, go find somebody in your house to talk to, and then let me know afterwards and I can help you out. This workshop on tapping circles shouldn't do that, but just in case it does, it's just something to be aware of. And most of the thoughts in the presentation are my own. I don't think I've used much other than the odd reference to something, and if in that case I'll reference who that is. Okay, does that seem like a good place to start? So tonight I'm going to open the circle together. I'm not sure if any of you have been involved in a tapping circle or any kind of circle. It's basically where we will virtually gather in our minds together as a group, and that's where we will hold a space for each other. And then at the very end, we will close the circle and then remove energies from each other and that kind of thing. It's just about creating a space for us together to work, and then when we're finished, we will disconnect that energy from each other. And in between, quick chat about self-love and judgment. We'll do quite a bit of tapping. I've got a nice self-love meditation that has come to me in visions while I'm sleeping. So I'm hoping the gods or whoever's looking after us has sent it to me to help us. Then we can take some questions and check in and see how you're feeling at the end. So I'm just going to open the circle with a meditation, and we'll imagine that everybody who signed up for tonight's tapping circle is joining the circle too. So we'll invite in the energy or the spirit or the higher self of everybody who intended to be here tonight, even if they couldn't come, okay? So I just want you to sit with your feet on the floor and your hand over your heart. And just take a look at this picture for a second before we close our eyes. So this is where I'm imagining us being, right here on the bank on the right-hand side of these beautiful trees in this lovely river woodland area. And that's where I'm hoping for us to meet as a circle in our minds, okay? So we'll just take a few deep breaths, breathing deeply into your heart, and then out through your mouth. Breathing in through your heart, and out through your mouth. And then another one, deep in to your heart space. Slowly out. So I just want you all to imagine walking along a beautiful woodland pathway. Just look at your feet, just walking. You know that there's grass around you and that there's trees around you. And just a few more steps and we'll find ourselves in this clearing by the river and the beautiful trees. And we're just going to create a space and step into a circle together. Acknowledge each other. You just imagine 12 women in a circle, all together. Come here to do some sacred work on ourselves and to let things go. We'll hold out our hands and join together and honor everybody's place and their decision to be here. I'm just going to imagine a circle of angels around us. So all angels and saints, archangels, any personal guides that we have, any friends or family that have crossed over that we'd like to invite in, just surround ourselves in a very, very big circle of angelic beings. They're just going to watch over us and help us when we need it during this session. Just feel your feet on the ground and know that you're planted and supported by Mother Earth. Another deep breath in And just wiggle your fingers and your toes and bring your awareness back into the room now. And we will press on. So, reading and thinking about our body confidence and how I think it's complete reflection of how we love us, how much we love ourselves. Judgment came up for me in this thought, and then I managed to get a book, Judgment Detox by Gabrielle Bernstein, and she describes judgment as a separation from love, and that makes sense. You can't completely love yourself and judge yourself at the same time. They're two things that we can't do at the same time together. When we judge others, we're also not sending them love. Also, judgment is linked to shame, and Brené Brown believes that shame is the fear that we're not good enough. So judgment, shame, fear that we're not good enough are just all crying out that there's no love present. There's no self-love there present. We know that judgment is rooted in fear. And also beneath our lack of love is our trauma, is our wounds, is, you know, gaping holes where we didn't get what we needed, or we had an accident and we are fearful because of that, or something happened in our life that made us question life, made us question love. So all those things are completely understandable, and nearly everyone has them. And when I talk about body confidence, I'm talking people that are super slim and skinny and look absolutely bloody amazing, to people that are 20 stone overweight. Everybody on that spectrum has body confidence issues. You know, this is not about weight, it's how you judge yourself, how you view yourself, and how you view your body. And judging how our body looks doesn't make us happy. It doesn't feel good. And what I've learned from all of my spiritual work is that there is so much love available for us. We look externally for love. We look for reinforcement and justification and validation of ourselves with our partners, our friends, our family, and people outside. And now we've got social media on our phones, which is a direct and very instant hit of love or lack of it, that we never had to deal with before. So it's a whole new world for us. And we are not taught how to build up our own love. We're not taught that the universe provides our love. We're not taught that God or universe or source or light is love, and that we can connect to it directly, and we don't need all the external stuff. And that's what I'm hoping to help with today. As we let go of our judgment, we increase our self-love, we heal ourselves, and then as a result, we heal those around us. And the more we heal, the happier we feel. I said that to somebody recently, and I was like, I need to keep saying this. The more we heal, the happier we feel. And I'm sure some of us understand that and have experienced that. The more we let go, the happier we feel. So that's the aim of today, to try deal with some of that. How does that feel to everyone? Does everyone feel resonating with that? That makes sense? I've had Katie raise her hand. Louise saying yes. Sandesh raising her hand. Great. Okay, so Elaine, yes, thank you. I just wanted to recap on some of the points, and I have another slide in a minute that you'll be able to see. So there's top of the head. Remember, you can tap as hard or as soft as you like, but usually softer is better than hard. Okay, so Lisa, you're particularly interested in the fact my judgment on my body has become more post-baby. Yeah, I understand that. So point here is at the start of the eyebrow, the other side at the end of the eyebrow, under the eye. Just tap along with me and get familiar with the points. Under the nose, on the chin. The collarbone points are, so there's the collarbone. This is the fleshy part under your collarbone, okay? And you can do both sides, one side. You can use both hands, one hand, mix up the hands, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you miss a point. We are going to cover so many points in these scripts that it won't matter at all. It'll still all work. There's an underarm point, which is on the bra strap under your arm. And then we've got the wrist, either side of your fingernail bed for every finger, okay? At the beginning, I might call out the points, but because I want to kind of move through things, I probably won't do that. So just follow with me. Every time I say a sentence, I move to the next point, okay? Right. These are things I want to cover tonight. So the big one on judgment, letting go of judgment. I've got a tapping script on societal pressures. One on finding healthy. I've got two little short, lovely ones on I accept and I am. And then I've got the self-love meditation. And hopefully by the end of that, you will start to feel better. So before we start, and it's really good to do before you do any tapping, is to kind of assess how you feel. Oh, ignore the word guilty. Sorry, before you start, assess how you feel on the scale of 0 to 10. 10 being the worst you feel. So just close your eyes for a second and almost imagine yourself in front of a mirror. How do you feel when you look at your body? Do you feel happy and confident and loving towards your body? Or is it more towards dislike, hate, disassociation, stress? Where are you on a scale of 0 to 10 with that? And that's something to either write down or let me know in the chat box, please, if you can. This is a number we're going to start with, and then at the very end, we'll check in on your number again, just to make sure and see how you're doing. You could let me know what number you're at. 6. Okay. 6, a 10, 6, 6. And 6 to 7. Okay. Great. The aim is to use tapping to get us down towards 0. Okay? So we'll come back to those numbers later. Right, there is some pictures of so there's a reminder of the tapping points. I will leave that here and we will start tapping. So I have some tapping scripts. If you would rather that I made the video bigger and not the presentation, just let me know, okay? So I can switch it around if you'd rather not see the presentation and you just want the video of me. Happy to change it. It's just whether you can see me or not. Whatever works for you. So the first one is judgment. So let's just have a quick sip of water and then we'll dive in. Anyone, any questions before we start? Okay. So we start most tapping with a setup statement, which is using the karate chop point. So you just tap on the karate chop point and in your head, just repeat after me. Even though sometimes I hate my body and how I look. Oh, sorry. One thing. If you were to think of an emotion and a place in your body where, sorry, going back. So you've got your number, 6 to 10. It doesn't matter on the hands, either hand, anything goes with tapping. So thinking back to the 6 and the 10 on what you feel about your body, I just want you to tell me what you feel, what emotion that is, and where in the body that is, and also give it a color or a texture. So this is something for you to use rather than what I'm going to use here. So if you could do that. So it's what emotion, where in your body, and if there was a color or a texture. You could just let me know. For example, I use red anger in my stomach in this example, but I want you to replace that with how you're feeling. If anyone wants to share, they can. If you don't want to share, that's fine. Or if you're not sure, that's fine too. You can just use my words. Blue, frustration, tummy. Okay, great. You got the idea. So this, when I say red anger in my stomach, Katie, you say blue frustration in my tummy. Okay, so the more specific you are to how you're feeling, the more it's going to work for you. Disgust, dark muggy in my chest. Okay, so Elaine, sad grey in her chest. Lisa, red frustration in stomach. And Sandesh, disgust, dark muddy in chest. Okay, so they're the things that you need to replace for me. If that makes sense. Purple, disgust in tummy. Okay. Let's start that again. Okay. Even though sometimes I hate my body and how I look, and I've all this red anger in my stomach, when I compare myself to other women and wish I had their bodies, and I feel so jealous sometimes of what they look like or what they have, but deep down, I completely and deeply love and accept myself. Even though I have all this judgment of others, which makes me feel so guilty and judging of myself, all this red anger in my stomach from all this judgment, and feeling so much judgment from others on how I should look, on how slim I should be, and even how I should be as a mother. But I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm so judgmental of myself and feel so far removed from inner love that I can't be happy anymore. I feel this red anger in my stomach from wanting something I feel I'll never have, for berating myself constantly for my weight and how I look, and always comparing myself to others, judging others, wishing I looked how they look. I deeply, completely love and accept myself anyway. Okay, I'm going to start into the tapping points. We tap about 5 to 7 times per point. And as I say, you don't need to be forceful. And for each sentence, I'll go to the next one. So this top of the head, and use your words again. This red anger in my stomach. This red anger from all the judgment I feel. I feel so judged about everything I do. I feel judged about how I look. Every decision I make in parenting is judged. The weight of judgment on me is so huge. This red anger of judgment in my stomach. under the arm. It's so unfair to have all this judgment on me. Wrist, I'm so fed up of feeling judged. Everyone can just go away with all their judgment. Everyone is projecting their own judgment on me. I hate feeling judged. Ring finger. I'm ready to release all of this judgment. I'm choosing to let go of all this judgment on me. Top of the head. I release the judgment from everyone. Maybe they just want to be loved themselves. Side of the eye. Maybe they're hurting inside too, and they're projecting onto me. Maybe I'm willing to forgive them and release them. I choose now to forgive and release them and their judgment. Chin. I'm letting go of all their judgment, fear and pain. I recognize that I've been also judging myself. Just go to the wrist point. I've been judging how I look. Thumb. I often judge everything I do, every decision I make. I'm so tired of judging myself so much. I'm just so tired of all this self-judgment. Judging myself and others just causes me guilt and pain. Judging myself and others is a way of living in fear. I've been carrying, so top of the head now, next round. I've been carrying the weight of this judgment for too long. It's possible I've been carrying this weight for most of my life. And I get all this red anger in my stomach when I compare myself to everyone else. All this red anger from feeling jealous. And maybe feeling guilt for not being able to like what I see in the mirror. Why do I not like what I see? Why do I not love what I see? Wrist. My kids love what they see in me. Our kids love what they see. My partner probably loves the whole me too. But I just really struggle to see past how my body looks now. I am just so hard on myself. I've been through so much. And my body has gotten me through pregnancies and maybe losses, labor, postpartum stress and anxiety. Top of the head. But my body is just a vessel for my true self. I can see that my real self is different from my body. My body is just the skin I'm in, and it's not a reflection of who I really am. Maybe some people need bigger bodies to contain their light and energy and fulfill their purpose. I am so much more than my body. My energy takes up so much more space than my body does. Think about that. My energy takes up so much more space than my body does. And there's plenty of space for everyone. Plenty of space for everyone. So under the arm now, I can be as big and small as I need or want to be. I can be as big and small as I need or as I want to be. Releasing all this pressure and weight of judgment and expectation now. I am here to shine so bright and to help others by being my true self on the inside. I've held back my true self to keep myself safe. All this fear of being me. I choose to release all this fear now. I choose forgiveness. I choose to forgive myself for my past judgments and for holding myself back. I choose now to see another way. I feel compassion towards all those I've judged. I feel compassion towards myself, as I now know I was just seeking love. I accept myself for who I am. I accept everyone around me for who they are. I can let go of my story and I can let go of my past. I see myself always in the present because I know the present is all that exists. It's all that exists is right now. It's safe to be me, back on the wrist. It's safe to be my true self. It's safe to be big. It's safe to have a lot of energy. It's safe to stop judging others. It's safe to let go of perfection. Top of the head, last round now. I let go of all the limiting beliefs I have of my body. I choose a healthier view of my body. My true self is just pure love and light. I feel love and joy from within. I don't need it from anyone else. I look inward to expand my love and my joy. I am connected to Source and the universe, always. Under the arm, Source is always there when we need it. I lean into love. I lean into life. I love life exactly how I am and exactly how I look. I love every cell in my body. My body allows me to be me. And I'm so grateful to my body for that. Okay, deep breath in, big stretch if you need to. Oh, remember to feel your feet on the floor or on the bed. Just feel grounded. Just want you to check in with yourself and see how that has felt for you. Have you felt any shift? Has anything come up? Any big realizations? If you'd care to share. If you don't want to share, that's fine. I would advise taking some water. Just so you know that I yawn when I release. That's how I know that it's almost been effective. And I also feel lighter after clearing stuff too. So if you let me know. Is everybody doing okay? Even just a raising of the hand. Ooh. Okay, great. So Louisa said, all good, shed a few tears. Katie, I have a really runny nose and no tightness in my chest. Another Louise, yeah, felt a release. That's great, Louise. And the tears, I hope, were manageable. Yawning a lot too, and pain in the upper back. Okay. As we do tapping, sometimes your energy shifts. Katie, that's great. A few tears, but feeling good. Okay. Sometimes the energy, as we're starting to release it and remove it, it starts to move around the body. So it may have started in your stomach and then it moved to your chest and up and out, or it could move into the lower back or even legs or wherever. It's all a good sign that things are moving and things are shifting. Okay, does everyone feel like ready to go on to the next one? Anybody's any concerns, whatever, just let me know. Okay. So societal pressures and influences. Every day we are surrounded by what we would consider most likely beautiful, toned, fit, healthy, attractive women, moms, celebrities, bloggers. Never before has a generation had those kind of images in our front face every day the way we do now. You know, before it was just television and magazines and maybe the cinema. You know, we now have kind of an onslaught of this brutal comparison daily. And it's a pressure that we can take on ourselves, even though we don't want to or don't mean to. So I have a script. It's not as long. The scripts now are not as long as that. So we'll just keep going and see how we feel. Okay, so karate chop point. Even though I see beautiful, fit and skinny women and moms every day on my phone, and it makes me so sad in my chest for me, wherever you feel it for you. Like the pain in your back, maybe just go with that. Makes me feel so sad in my chest that I'm not like that. It makes me judge and compare myself to them. And it makes me feel powerless. I deeply, completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I compare myself so negatively to the bloggers and celebrities of the world. And it doesn't make me feel good. And it makes me feel sad in my chest that I'm not strong enough not to judge myself and others. But I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel so annoyed with how my body looks and its shape and weight, when all I want to be is beautiful like the women I see around me. I feel so sad in my chest that I'm not good enough or don't look beautiful enough. And maybe the world would treat me different if I was slimmer. But I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Okay, top of the head. All this sadness in my chest. this heavy, dark sadness in my chest, side of the eye. I get so sad when I compare myself to bloggers and celebrities. It doesn't make me feel good at all. I constantly compare my body to theirs. I use my energy seeing what's bad about my body instead of looking at what's good. And I use my energy to see what's good in theirs. Under the arm, I sometimes hate how I look. I sometimes hate my body. But my body has done so much for me. It's conceived and grown and birthed my babies. It's helped me nurture them the best way I could. It helps me every day be the best mother I can be. I'm so hard on myself and my body. I hate feeling this lack of love for myself and my body. But maybe I can see my body in a different way, top of the head now again. Maybe I can learn to appreciate my body. Side of the eye, maybe I can choose to start loving my body exactly as it is. Maybe nothing changes around me, regardless of the weight I am. Maybe my kids love me exactly as I am. Maybe I can start to see their adoration of me and not focus on what I think about my body. Maybe I can let go of all this sadness and pressure. Maybe I can find freedom in looking at my body in a new way. I choose to let go now of all this sadness in my chest. I choose to release all this pressure and judgment on myself. I have enough going on in my life without this added pressure that's just holding me back. I choose to let go of all this pressure that's holding me back. I choose to feel grateful and proud of my body for what it does every day to help me do the things I want to do. I choose to feel love for my physical body and all that it does for me. I choose not to compare myself to others. Bye, Louise. Sorry, I ran late. I choose not to be influenced by others to think badly of myself. I choose to see the positive in myself and my body. I focus on my own world and not the glossy, filtered world that I see. I find love within my own family and support network. I find happiness with where I'm at right now. The last one, I'm open to finding other ways and open to loving myself more. Take a deep breath and a stretch. And some water if you need to. I'm on my second glass now. How's everyone feeling after that one? Good. Great. Thank you, that's great. Okay. I've got another one around tired, yes. Yawning more. So Elaine's tired and Lisa's yawning more. Great. That's good. It's all a good sign. It's all a good releasing sign. And if you're able to stick with me, we're going to keep going. If you do want to drop off and just catch up on the rest of it another time, that's absolutely no problem. This is all, and it's something that you can do whenever you want. You can watch as many times as you like, and I'm going to send the transcript of this tapping script so you can do that whenever you need to. Okay, so I'm just going to do one setup statement here because we're like right in the thick of all the feelings. And this is around finding healthy. I'm just going to go straight into it. Tapping on the side of your hand. Even though I sometimes diet and starve myself, or follow the latest fad trend in order to lose weight, and then I get derailed and sabotage myself and put the weight back on and feel guilt and shame and disappointment, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Okay, so top of the head. I sometimes don't do the best thing for my body. I sometimes treat my body badly. I feel so much guilt when I have an off day. This guilt and shame at not being able to be healthier. I feel like I'm letting myself down sometimes. I hate feeling so bad about my body and what I eat. I'm open to finding another way. Under the arm, I'm open to having a healthier relationship with food and exercise. And I need to forgive myself for the off days. I can't be good all the time. I want to focus on being strong and healthy. And I want to feel happier in my body because I look good to me. I don't want to look good for anyone else. I want to look good for me and feel proud of what I see. Top of the head, I choose to nourish my body. I choose to eat healthily. I choose to feel strong. I choose to exercise to improve my energy. I choose to exercise to strengthen my body. And I choose healthy food to increase my energy. I feed my body all the nutrients it needs. And when I have a bad day, I let it go. Do not punish myself any further. I get back to healthy the next day. I focus on doing the best I can for my body. Whatever that means for me and only me. I can forgive myself for the bad days and pick up where I left off. Last little bit now, top of the head. I'm so proud of my body. I see my body in a whole new way. My body fully supports me, and I support my body. I love my body. I love my body. I love my body. Okay, that's that one. Take a drink. How did that feel to you all? Hopefully, I mean, a lot of that was quite personal to me. I resonate a lot with that, but hopefully it resonates with other people too. I'm sure it does. Everyone okay? Okay, Sandesh, yeah, it resonated. Katie, I started yawning but feel good and calm. Okay, great. Elaine, are you still with us, and Lisa? Elaine feeling calm too. Lisa, all good. Fantastic. Is everyone okay to stay on? Does anybody need to go? Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Good. So I'll do a quick, the next one is really quick, and I'm going to say it really quick. And this is something I think you should use a lot for yourself every day, nearly. No setup. We're just going to go straight into it because it's all positive. I accept myself for who I am. I accept myself. Oh, sorry. I accept myself for who I am. Top of the head. I accept myself for how I look. I accept every part of myself. I accept my spirit and my soul. I accept the cells in my body. I accept the thoughts in my head. I accept the feelings in my heart. I accept the past is in the past. I accept and I am grateful for the present. I accept that I can create the future I want. I accept my thoughts and my feelings shape my future. I accept that I have a significant place in the world. I accept that I have an exciting role to play. I accept that I can see and love myself differently. One more round. I am love. I am good enough. I am strong. I am healthy. I am happy. I am safe. I am present. I am so good enough. I am enough just as I am. I am authentically me. I am uniquely me. I am peace. I am home. I am love. I hope everybody liked that. I quite like that to do regularly. Okay, take a drink of water. I'm going to guide us on this meditation now. And Lisa, oh great, so gorgeous positive words, loved it, thank you, that's lovely. I really hope that's something that you'll be able to do again. It's really quite simple. Thank you, Sandesh. And I think can have a really big impact. I think positive affirmations are amazing, but actually tapping them in, I think, I always feel like they're working quicker. Like we're literally sending them directly to the center of the brain with every tap. So it's rewriting and reprogramming in the brain. So I like to do the positive ones as well. This self-love meditation. Okay. So I just wanted to have a check-in. You're feeling all okay after everything that we've just done. You're feeling grounded, and I just want to let you know, so this is a meditation. I'm going to read you through it, talk you through it. If you feel your mind wandering at any point, just bring your awareness back to what I'm saying. So if you find like you've drifted off and thought about something else, like the food shop or something, that is absolutely fine. Just when you notice that you do that, bring your awareness back to what I'm saying, and then just try and catch up with my visualization, okay? If something comes up for you during this meditation, a memory or a feeling, think of the car park, write it down, and then come back into the meditation and focus on what I'm trying to do at the time. If something comes up that you find is really difficult, just start tapping. And if you need to, then just leave and get in contact with me afterwards, okay? It shouldn't happen, but just in case it does. So I want you to close your eyes with your hands on your heart and just take 3 big, deep breaths. A big in-breath. Inhaling peace and exhaling any remaining tension that you've got in your body. Inhaling peace and exhaling tension. Inhaling peace and exhaling tension. Now you can keep your hands on your heart, or you can relax them down to wherever is more comfortable. I just want you to take the awareness now into your heart space. So in the center of your heart, just imagine a lotus flower opening petal by petal. So it's a really wide open flower. And in the middle, there's a bright white light at the center. And almost imagine just walking towards that white light and into that heart space. And imagine you're standing at this white light and there is a golden staircase ahead of you. I just want you we're all going to take these steps up the staircase. There's 5 steps. I'm just going to count you down. So 5 as we go up the step. 4, 3, 2, 1. And there's a door opening to what looks like a cave, but it's actually more like a womb. It's dark, comforting walls. It's cozy and warm, and you feel completely safe. Just take in this room for a moment. And in the middle, there's a bubble of white light, just a floating bubble of white light. And then this white light is just pure love energy, direct from source itself. And it's here waiting to fill you up with love. If you'd like now to invite any spirits, angels, archangels, or ascended masters to join in a ring around you and this bubble, they could line the walls of this cave, then please do. I want you to see your pre-birth self now appears in this bubble. So you're seeing yourself as a little baby in the womb, in this beautiful white bubble. You might be wriggling, sucking your thumb, or having a really nice sleep. So I'd like you to approach this little baby, and I want you to imagine just getting inside this bubble with the baby. There's lots of room for you both. Take the baby in your arms and you tell her you love her. So we're going to imagine doing some tapping on her. Just tapping on your body now with me, or you can imagine tapping on her. Or if that's too complicated, We can just say these words to her, and I will do some tapping here for us all, okay? For each sentence, I'm going to move to a different point. And it doesn't matter if you miss any point or anything, it's just, we're going to say some nice words to this little baby you. So you are so beautiful. And you will be joining the world soon. The world needs you to be here. You are so wonderfully unique. You are so loved. Even if the path you've chosen is hard, you will do a brilliant job. You are so good enough. You are so special. Your skills and purpose are very much needed in this world. You are so wanted. The universe wants you here, and the universe will provide for you. The universe loves you always, regardless of what happens. You are safe, loved, and protected always. Now, I want to give you just a few seconds here. If there's anything else that you want to tell this precious little baby, this baby you, before she joins the world, I'll just give you that space to do that now. Now imagine a beautiful positive colour that you'd like to leave her with. Bring that colour into the bubble and just see it coming into her head and cover her whole body and aura with this beautiful colour. Now it's time to say, just imagine one more thing before she goes. Imagine the ceiling of the cave opens and a column and a cord of golden white light comes down and it pierces the bubble and goes straight into the baby's heart. This is a connection and a cord, pure source that will always be there. So she always has that connection. Just imagine white and gold light coming down this cord into her heart whenever she needs it. So she's surrounded by this beautiful colour that you've chosen, and she's connected to heaven. I'm just going to say goodbye to her now, so she will just pass her out of the bubble. She moves on to the next phase of her journey, and you're in the bubble now still, and we're just going to invite your 4 or 5 year old self. Welcome in your little 4 or 5 year old self. You can even give her a hug if you want to. You can sit her on your lap. Notice what she's wearing. Can you remember an old photograph maybe? Has she got a bow in her hair, or a nice dress on, or new shoes? Does she look anxious or relaxed or happy? If she has a negative colour, let's just wash out the negative colour with a beautiful positive colour. So think of a positive colour you'd like to bring into her now to help lift anything that's there with her. And we're just going to do a little bit of tapping, and you can use your own words if they're more relevant, and I'll give you some more alone time as well in a few minutes. And if you don't want to do the tapping, just say the words to her. You are such a good girl. You are so loved. But maybe you don't feel it right now. Maybe you think you're the cause of the negative energy that you might feel around you. Maybe you think you've done something wrong. Maybe you're afraid you aren't loved anymore. But I'm here now to help you let go of all of that. Together we let go of any worry or butterflies from your body. And goodbye to all of that worry together. Goodbye worry, goodbye butterflies. I know that you're such a good girl and you are so loved. So I'm just going to give you a few seconds here to say anything specific to her that you think will help her and make her feel better. Ramp up the color if you need to as well. When you're ready, just imagine the cord of love coming from the universe, from the top of the cave, all the way down and into the bubble and piercing in to the aura and heart of your 4 or 5-year-old self. Feel her light up with this connection, the knowledge that she's connected to love always and supported always. Just let her feel that joy. And hopefully she's quite happy now. Just let her exit the bubble, give her a hug or a kiss goodbye. And I'm going to ask you to invite in your teenage self, or whatever age you feel is most important to heal right now. And that could be aged 10 to 20. It doesn't matter. Whatever age needs the most help, just invite her in and let her know that you're here to help her. Maybe you could sit facing each other, like cross-legged, whatever's comfortable. We're just going to start with some of that tapping. You are going through a hard time right now. The world is changing around you, and it's hard. Sometimes you feel like you can't keep up. You're becoming more and more aware of your body and how you look in the world. You've not been taught how to love your body. You're being taught how to judge your body. You're being taught how to criticize your body. But all this judgment and criticism can make you sad and lonely. But it's time to release all that pressure now. Your body is here to look after you. Your body is here to enable you to do the great things that you're going to do. It doesn't matter what size your body is. Together we let go of all that pressure. We let go of all that judgment. We find peace with our body exactly as it is. We know what's inside that counts. I love you so much. And you are always loved, no matter what you do. You are completely loved and supported. And I'll just give you another minute to see if anything specific comes up or you want to discuss anything with her. How would you coach your 15-year-old self? What would you say to her? When you're ready and when she's happy, just see the cord of love coming down from the heavens again into the bubble and into her heart. Let her feel the joy and the support and the love from this connection. And know that she can, and you can do this anytime you want. This space is here anytime you need to get a top up of this love. Just surround her in whatever color you think she'd like right now. Give her a hug. She might even say thank you. And then just let her exit the bubble. See yourself in this bubble now. You're just surrounded by this white golden light. I want you to see and feel the cord of white golden light from the heavens come down to you now in this bubble. Connect with your heart and fill you up with even more golden light. Just take a few deep breaths. Breathing in this golden light. Just like you're just sucking it all in through your nose, down to the bottom of your feet, and to the top of your head. Fill up this bubble around you. And just add a protective layer to this bubble. Imagine some like liquid platinum dripping down, forming a hard outer shell around this bubble. It's like an egg. So it's hard on the outside and soft golden energy on the inside. And know that you can access this at any time. And we're going to leave this space now. Give thanks to the cave and the universe for filling you up, giving you this opportunity to heal. Know you can come back anytime. I just want you to head towards the door where you see some stairs back down to the white light. That was your heart space. So just going to take these steps down with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just bring your awareness back into your heart now. I want you to feel your heart chakra wide open, happy and full of love. Maybe you feel peace and calm, joy, whatever you feel, just enjoy that. And just give thanks to the spirits and the guides and the support that we had during that healing and for tonight's circle. And while we're in this space, we might just close the circle that we've been in. So imagine yourself back at that woodland area, the river to your left, and the trees, and the soft grass, and the nice sun. And look at each other in this circle and acknowledge and thank each other for the support that we've had this evening. And I want you to let go of hands now. I want you to intend and say out loud that you want to call back. I call back all my energy. I do not take anyone else's energy on. I call in all my energy back into me. And just imagine, you can even do this with your hands, scooping in all that energy around you, your aura. Just bring it all back into your body. You can maybe pat your body. Put your feet on the ground. Tap, tap, tap. Feel your presence back in the room after that nice meditation and that tapping circle. And you've stepped away from the circle. And you're back here, having called in all your energy. So I'm back in the room now. Just take a deep breath, maybe a stretch. How are you feeling after that meditation? I've never taken anybody through that, so please, honest feedback is always welcome. I really hope that it was good and that will help heal at a deep level. You may not feel the effects of that for a while, I don't know. It's something that has come to me as I've been meditating and sleeping and stuff. Thank you, Sandesh. Thank you for being here. How do you feel now? Oh, great, Katie. So Katie said really peaceful and helped me deal with some things from her childhood that has come up. That's fantastic. Well done. Well done, you. It's a good opportunity sometimes just to coach your former self. It can be very healing. Have we still got Lisa? Elaine feeling very peaceful too. That's great. I just want you to think for a moment about how you feel on the scale of 1 to 10. How you feel now about your body. That's so great. I'm so glad you felt that connection. That's wonderful. And I know you've done this kind of work before, so hopefully that was quite easy for you. Elaine, you feel a 3. That is awesome. Well done. 6 has gone down to a 2. Fantastic. 4. Katie, 2 at 4. That's incredible. From a 10. That is really, really brilliant. Well done. Really, really good. And we must have lost Lisa. I think she had to go anyway. That's brilliant. Really, really well done. And I'm sure we're all feeling tired and we will sleep very well after that. Thank you for sticking with me, and apologies for the issues with childcare earlier. Oh, the things that mums do, huh? To balance the work that we want to do and motherhood. And that was a real life example of balance tonight. So thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for anyone that is watching on replay. I would advise you to also give yourself a score and see how you feel after going through that exercise. And please let me know if you do it, and to send me an email or a DM or something and let me know how you get on for anyone that does the replay. I will be sending the replay over the next few days. I really want to try and edit out where I had to leave so that it doesn't annoy people, but I'm not sure how to do that. So leave it with me for a day or two and then I will get it out. And I'll also be able to send a PDF of the tapping script so you can do some of that work yourself again, especially the I am and the I accept. I really like those. Any questions for me? Anything that I need to know? Was there any kind of penny dropped moments or any longer term decisions made? Sometimes it's good to have a think if there's anything there for you that you want to explore later. If not, that's fine. That's great. Okay, I shall let you ladies go and get to bed. Thank you very much for being here with me tonight and for coming on this journey, which was as much for me as for everyone else. And every time I tap out, it helps me too. So So sending you all lots of love and hope you have a really nice sleep. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you for coming. I hope you have great success in your intentions. And sending lots of love. Good night. I will stop sharing and then I will stop recording and then we'll end the meeting. Love to you all.